Welcome to Chromatic Light Sessions, what they are and why you might need one. With me, your host, Tammy Hawksworth. And this is part of my series on my services offered for supporting your well-being. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now, I have a stay till the end bonus for you. So this is a token of my appreciation for you for investing your time, showing up in person, and staying to the end. You are in the right place if you don't know what a chromatic light session is. You maybe were told that light isn't beneficial for your health, or you are ready for alternatives for your wellness since maybe what you have been using in the past isn't creating the wellness that you had hoped for. Disclaimer, got to have this in here. Whoops, why is that coming in? Disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I do not treat, diagnose, prescribe, cure, or otherwise provide medical interventions for any disease, disorder, or condition. Please seek out the advice of your medical or healthcare provider for these services. If you are currently under the care of a healthcare provider or medical professional, please stay under their care. Please save any medical terminology if you're asking things in the question box or in comments later on for your healthcare provider. And this will help avoid any misunderstandings or miscommunications that may appear or represent treatment, diagnosing, prescribing, curing, or other forms of medical intervention. Thank you. So nice to meet you. I am Tammy Hawksworth. I am a certified aroma freedom technique practitioner. That means is I help you clear the emotional charge off situations that using essential oils. So this could be something from your past, your present, or something you're worried about in the future. I am a licensed spiritual health coach. So that means that I can offer these services for you. I'm a certified raindrop harmonics technique specialist, and also a certified raindrop technique specialist. So those are actually two different services or ways to provide this service that are different. So one is all hands-on, and one implements color lights or tuning forks. I am a masterful student of sacred body language translation. So what that means is when your body's sending you signals where you might be having discomfort or when you might be having discomfort or another challenge with your body, on a spiritual level, that could be a form of communication with you. And I understand that. So I can help you understand and have the conversation with your higher self. I am a published author, a course creator, podcaster, wife, mother, grandmother, and so much more. So if you're watching this on the replay or as a recording, I invite you to share with me who you are in the comments and where you're joining from. So what you will learn here today is what chromatic light session is, why having chromatic light sessions support your well-being, and how chromatic light sessions support your health and wellness. Oh gosh, what happened there? How do I go back? Oh my gosh, what happened? I think I switched pages. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm all over the place. How do I get that out of the way? So this, here we go. Hopefully I can edit that out later. So let's go back to this. So what you'll learn today is what chromatic light session is, why having a chromatic session can support your well-being, and how a chromatic light session supports your health and wellness. So there's some common misunderstandings about light, and here's myth number one. Sunlight or light in general is bad for you. Some people believe sunlight is harmful, and we've been told that for many years. It can cause disease and should be avoided at all costs, that we should use barrier products when and if we're exposed. Example, sunglasses, sunscreen, blue light protection. The truth is, light is actually required for life. Light is an essential component for health and life. If you stop giving sunlight to a plant, guess what? It dies. Sunlight is full spectrum light. It contains all the colors of the rainbow. So basically, light equals life. Common misunderstanding about light. Myth number 2 is colors don't do anything. They can't affect my well-being. Well, it doesn't matter what color I wear, eat, paint a room, because they're just colors. Some I like the look of, and others not so much. Well, here's the truth about color. Each color serves divine purpose and can be used for our emotional and physical well-being. Red light therapy is now very commonly being used for inflammation or pain. Babies born with or who develop jaundice. I had one child who had this done. Shortly after being born, I think it's bilirubin increases and they start developing jaundice. So they put them under lights and this actually clears it up. Seasonal affectiveness disorder syndrome uses sunlight type lamps to help overcome those effects. We use blue block lights so we can sleep better if we're having a lot of screen time. So each color has unique properties for supporting different areas of our well-being. We use colors to describe our moods or our emotions. For example, I am feeling blue, which means you're feeling sad. Ooh, I'm red hot with anger. That's red, it's hot. I'm green with envy, and so on. Common misunderstanding about light. Myth number 3. If light was so beneficial, why aren't doctors using it? Well, some doctors are. I used to go to a chiropractor. One time my shoulders was in so much spasm. I was in so much discomfort. Like I was like locked in. And she used red light therapy to relax my shoulders. So red light is considered new age and alternative. It's not necessarily yet. It's gradually becoming a thing, but it's not currently seen as a thing for health. So the truth is, yes, it is. Light restores health. Doctors are using it more and more. Although you will notice that color light is probably more frequently being used in alternative therapies, but it has also been around since ancient history. Dinshaw P. Ghadiali brought color therapy into the modern spotlight with much controversy. He created a library of resources on what color lights would benefit what and how. This is his work that his son continues to publish on his behalf. This is the book he created, Let There Be Light. It's a comprehensive compilation of color light applications. And when the sun comes out, I instantly get a smile, especially if it's a dreary day. It's like, oh, the sun is out. My dog will just lay in the sunshine spot wherever it's shining in from the window. He doesn't pick just any spot. He seeks out the sunshine spot and lays there. So you're probably thinking, well, why would I require a chromatic light session? Well, some benefits are it's non-invasive, so it's often over and above your skin. The results, often you can see results or feel results right away. Sessions are tailored to your specific needs. So what you're coming to me for, then I will research the color that will support you the most. I'm saving you time and money. So sessions are typically shorter than most medical sessions. color light a session, the application of light can be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. Can be longer, but typically that's enough for you to have your results. Because they can be done virtually and saving you travel time, gas money, maybe childcare. So you are saving time and money, and you're restoring your comfort quickly and easily. So these are just a few attributes of color light, and this was put out by Dinshaw and his company. And you can see, so like, for instance, turquoise is a skin builder. You can see magenta is good for as a diuretic. Yeah, orange is a lung builder, and I'm going to share clients' results of that here shortly. And that's just another color representation. This probably feels like a lot. Maybe you feel like you're just getting fire hosed with all this information about color light. And really, this is just the tip of the iceberg, but it helps give you an idea about color light really is an effective tool. And you're here because maybe what you have been trying isn't working. You're not getting those results that you would hope for. So maybe you're ready to try something new, and you know there has to be a better way. Or maybe someone has told you they tried it and had success. So I'm just like you. I'm looking for those wellness options for me and my family that work too. First, also realize color light has a deep ancient history. In the pyramids, there were specific rooms that were colored and each color served a purpose. If you had this challenge, then you would go to this color room. And if you had this challenge, you would go to this other colored room. And but it may have even been before those times. Of course, we know the rainbow shows us that daylight is actually made up of all the colors of the rainbow. Because it refracts light into the beautiful colors of the rainbow. So how does this work? Well, based on the information that you would share with me, then I will choose specific color filters with my lights, and then I'll shine them on your skin or a reflex point for your area of concern, preferably in a darkened room. That way the light isn't diffused. And then typically for 5 to 15 minutes, that's all. So I am also, why does that keep coming up that way? What is that? So I am also able to do virtual sessions with an image representation. So this is my typical go-to, but you can also I have had people send me actual pictures of their area of concern. For instance, a parent sent me an image of her child who had a big road rash from a bicycle crash accident, and maybe it was motorcycle. I choose to remember. And anyway, we did color light virtually, and the child has healed beautifully. So it could be, again, a picture like this or one that you send me, and I can do virtual sessions. So time to discover what a color light session is. So if I'm presenting this class in person to a group of people, I would ask now for my volunteer to come up, and I will demonstrate on a volunteer. However, this is a recording, so we are going to move on to this light demonstration. And so here, my husband gratefully volunteered to be my volunteer. And so as I show this recording, there's a little talking at the beginning, but most of it's not talking, so I'll explain what's happening. But if you look right here, if you can see my pointer, I choose to know if you can, under his eye, for some reason he has this discoloration, this red, almost like on the is it occipital bone, the bone circle around the eye. I said it looked like he ran into a wall or something, but he says, no, he didn't. He does have balance issues, but he said, no, he didn't run into anything. And it's slightly like that on his left eye, but the right eye was definitely worse. And if you notice it at the beginning, and then at the end, you can already see improvement from this session. So let's go through the video. So can you see the darkness there under his eye? And so I'm shining light on his eye. Now, I've chosen green because green is a muscle and tissue builder, but I could have done turquoise for skin. I could have done that. Anyways, I could have done facial beauty, acne blemish and facial beauty, but I've chose green for this demonstration. And so it's a little hard here. So in a moment, I do switch angles so you can see what I'm doing, but I'm shining the light above his skin. There we go. And just on that area where the discoloration is. Now I do have a crystal tip added on there. So if the skin wasn't tender or open, then I may put the crystal on the skin. Another option is using a spotlight type light. This covers a bigger area, and so it's getting all the area all at once. And it doesn't have to be that close. And now I'm using the balance color, and you can already see the improvement. Look at the eye. And so now I'm demonstrating on an image, and here I'm using a filter. And just, there's no particular condition that I'm doing this for. So I'm just demonstrating how I would do it on the image. And then once I'm complete, I switch out to the balance color. Now, typically the first color would be much longer. And then this one is very brief. And you can hear my husband already relaxing in the background. He was so relaxed after his brief session. So that's what it looks like. And here's what my clients are saying. So Beverly is someone who has lung challenges. Her lung history is she had what's called COPD. So her lungs from years of smoking had basically been damaged and weren't working as effectively. So her breathing was challenged. And then she had a history also of some lung cancer, which she overcame. And however, she often gets respiratory challenges come up if she's exposed to somebody else who has a respiratory issue. And so we do color lights for her, and orange is really good for lung support. And so this is what she has had to say. Tammy has been doing colored lights on me for a while now. I found that without that help, I would have been in hospital. Colored lights has helped my breathing. I breathe so much better after Tammy has done her colored lights for me, on me. I would recommend that therapy in a heartbeat. And we've done both virtual and in-person color lights for Beverly. So another benefit of color lights is shorter recovery times. So here, Daniel has let me share his burn skin restoration journey after a burn. So typically, just as I searched online, typically second-degree burns that have blistered can take several weeks to months to heal. I apologize, my phone is ringing. And so this burn had happened from boiling water mixed with a mild chemical that he had put in an air sprayer. So the heat and everything caused it to explode onto his belly. You can see he will likely heal with no scarring or skin discoloration. So the first picture is just after the blisters are broken and it's very raw and tender and sore. We started out with some blue color light because blue is really good for pain. And then we switched to green to restore muscles and tissues. And as you can see, just after 2 weeks, significant improvement. And like I said, he'll likely have no scarring or discoloration. So here are some other services I offer. You're welcome to check any of these out. So I have some frequently asked questions about color light. So the first one is, how long does a light session take? Well, typically 5 to 15 minutes. Could take shorter with a child. Children respond very quickly. Could be just a few seconds. Reflex points only require a few seconds, where an area of concern typically takes more. Does the light get hot? Well, you might feel some warmth or cooling because light is a form of energy. How long do the results last? Well, results may vary from person to person, usually indefinitely. Like Daniel's wound, he's probably not going to have any scars. So that's a permanent result. How often should I book a session? Again, this is will vary from person to person and situation to situation. With Daniel, we were doing in the very beginning virtual sessions and in-person sessions once a day to a couple times a day. And then over time, that can be spread out. And it depends on how fast you want results as well. Something less intense can be spread out, maybe weekly or monthly. Can sessions be done virtually? And as I have previously shared, yes, they can. And this is so wonderful because it's saving you so much time investment or financial investment. Like I said, I can do this session. I can message you when I'm starting, when I'm finished. You don't have to travel. Maybe you don't have to require childcare. So saving so much, and you're still getting the benefit of the results. My belly's growling. Can you hear that? For virtual sessions, do I need to be present? No, you do not require being present. So you could even be at work and receiving a session. However, if you're somebody who really likes to be present for your sessions, we can do a Zoom call. We could do just a phone call. That way you can ask questions. Maybe some body signals are coming up for you, and we can do some conscious language and body language translations. So that's up to you. Is color light sessions covered by insurance plans? Well, typically no. However, I invite you to check with your healthcare, your insurance provider. Sometimes you can choose modalities if you have like an alternate therapy amount that you can spend per year, and they let you pick and choose. Under that, you might be able to be covered. Check with your provider. So I have a fast action bonus for you. If you're watching this session today and you book 3 sessions today, you can get your third session for 50% off. You must pre-book today and attend 3 sessions to get the third one 50% off. You can use this QR code to book your sessions. And yay, you stayed till the end. So as a token of my appreciation for those of you who invested your time and showed up either in person or virtually, and you stayed to the end, here's my gift for you. You can receive a free VitaFlex spot session. Again, could be virtual or in person, and you can add it to your color light session, or you can just have it as a separate thing. So if you want it separately, use this code to scan to book. But if you want it as part of the group thing, then I'll go back to that slide in a minute. Just add in the notes, free VitaFlex, and we can do that with your session. So that's available for the next 7 days. If you book your chromatic light sessions, then you get the free VitaFlex spot session totally free. And VitaFlex is really great because you're restoring your vitality through reflexes. Our body is covered in reflex points. The results are long lasting. And like I said, our body's covered. There's over 5,000 reflex points. So basically, I can support you for whatever. You're going to restore your comfort. Like we said, I've already discussed, you're going to save time and money. And so then we're back. So now you know what a color light session is. Are you ready for lighting up your life and restoring your wellness today? If so, you can book your sessions here. And again, if you book 3, you can get 50% off your third one. And I'll leave that code there for you. Scan it to book your sessions. And remember, you will get your free VitaFlex spot session. Thanks for learning about color light, what it is, and why you might require a session.